What is going on, everyone? I hope you're doing well. Just an opportunity to try to showcase some of the most recent PC pickups. Now, these cards, they don't necessarily align with best deals. In some cases, these are cards that people just aren't picking up. But for me, they hold real sentimental value. So, starting off, I'll start with this 92 Upper Deck, Paul Correa. This is his rookie card. I've already picked up a Paul Correa rookie card before, but I wanted a Gem Mint 10. As a UMaine hockey fan, Paul Correa is the best hockey player we have been able to produce. Jimmy Howard certainly up there as well, based on the longevity of his career. But Paul Correa is far more of a story. Also, when you take into account the fact that his entire family played with Maine. We had Paul Correa, we had Steve Correa, we had Marty Correa. Certainly nothing to write home about with Marty, but just a great card. Happy to add that to the collection. You know, that's a card when I'm thinking about passing cards down to my son that has some real significance within the family. Next, I'm a sucker for Select, especially Select basketball. I picked up this tie-dye die cut, that's a tongue twister, of Isaiah Thomas with shipping. I think this was like $4 or $5. Love the look of it. Happy to pick up my first Select tie-dye. I hope we can see Isaiah Thomas back in the league. Unfortunately, the big fear there is the fact that simply defensively, he is not able to produce. The other thing that's tough, given his size, is that if you lose a step, and if you lose any hops at all, that really impacts you. I hope you guys are going to be able to see this next one okay. This is a basketball card, I swear, okay? I think it's in a 180 point one touch. But what this is this is from, I believe, Panini Absolute Memorabilia. And this is from 1718, I believe. And what this is this is a case hit, and this is a glass card, and you get to see Isaiah Thomas kind of etched in. Let's see if I can give you some type of backing for that so you can actually see the card. And you can kind of make out Isaiah Thomas there. Really cool card. Really happy to pick that up. I've been keeping my eye on that for a while, and I was able to pick it up. I probably overpaid because it's Isaiah Thomas, but for a case hit for someone that I personally PC, I was willing to go that route. Next, just some rookie cards that of players who I'm a pretty big fan of. John Papelbon, Topps Gold. Actually, pretty clean card given the year, too. That's one of the things that's tough when you think about picking up some of these cards. Especially online, you want them to be clean. This is numbered out of 2006. Next, we have Tony Allen. One of the head honchos when it came to grit and grind with Memphis Grizzlies. But that grit and grind mentality was always apparent with Tony Allen when he was with the Boston Celtics. One thing that tends to be forgotten about within his career is the fact that when Paul Pierce went down with an injury, I believe it was 06, 07, and when he went down with that for that 06, 07 team, there was no one else. But a guy who actually stepped up during that time frame was Tony Allen. And he had a couple of games where he was getting 20 points, and he was looking really solid. Unfortunately, shortly thereafter, he was injured. The other thing that's really cool about Tony Allen is, I hope I'm right, but I believe, you know, when a reporter asked Kobe Bryant who was one of the toughest guys in the league who would defend him, he would bring up Tony Allen. And this is a Tony Allen Topps Chrome Refractor rookie card. I picked this up for $2. Next, I picked up just a few Tom Brady cards. This from 03 Don Russ Elite. This is 03 Playoff Absolute Memorabilia. This is Fleer Genuine Insider. I believe this is also 03. This is the 03 Topps Finest Tom Brady. I love Topps Finest, always a sucker for it. And this is probably, because that was a lot along with this card. This is probably the best card out of that lot. This is your Topps base card out of 03. These cards I always tend to have trouble with. When you look at that blue border, it's easy to see white. But a really awesome card to pick up. It's hard trying to find early Tom Brady cards. So getting a lot of 03 cards was certainly something that I was interested in. Also picked up a couple of 2010 Topps Chrome Tom Brady cards. Really love the look and design of this card. Picked up a couple, just trying to get a sense if there's anything I could throw in a one-touch. They're relatively clean, but I don't think they're at that point where it's one-touch worthy. Next, a guy who I'm going to start to PC. Someone who I think could put themselves in a position for MVP consideration is Shohei Otani. This is a Shohei Otani 2018 rookie card. I believe this might be update. This Series 2. But essentially, I think he's in a position where he's also going to be able to pitch this year. Also, with Mike Trout being in a position where he's going to have a child, he's going to miss some time. They really need a bat in that lineup. Poole certainly is going to do it. So I think Shohei Otani has a real good shot. Picked this up for, I think it was like $40. This is a card where there was so much hype early on. There was so much stuff that was graded early on as a result. I think if he comes in at all and we see any type of spike in his play, I think there's a card that you could see really take off. So this is more so a card that I'm picking up just the mentality of, let's see what happens. So those are some of the most recent kind of PC pickups that I've had throughout this quarantine period. Things that didn't necessarily make the cut based off the other categories of my videos. Feel free to let me know. What are you guys picking up for your PC, especially considering the crazy the crazy highs in regards to the price of the market at this point in time? What do you feel like is the best buy for your personal collection? I'd love to hear your thoughts below. Thanks a lot, guys.